Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Everyone, I hope that you're doing well. These are going to be separated out into each element, and the timestamps will be listed below if you want to skip to your sign. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living deck, which I'm going to be using as an oracle. It's brand new. I've never used it before, so I'm very excited. And of course, the beautiful, the one and only Tarot of Mystical Moments, which is a deck that I don't use as often on the channel just because it's so special, and so I don't want to overuse it. So again, the timestamps will be below, and I hope to see you there. Water signs, welcome. I'm going to pull a card from the Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living deck. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What messages do you have for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio? Please, Spirit. Still getting to know this deck. There we go. Number 33, which is a master number, so you could be seeing lots of threes. Threes talk about collaboration, they talk about connection, and the words here are maintaining consciousness. Maintaining consciousness. What a beautiful energy. The first thing that comes to my mind is this conscious effort to have spiritual focus, and that can look like all different things, right? It's not spiritual focus can mean a lot of different things. It's not like, oh, we're praying every day, although that's nice. Or even meditating every day. It's in the everyday, though, the everyday interactions where we can have that consciousness. So whether we are doing our laundry or walking down the street or having a quick interaction with the person, you know, at our job or at the grocery store, whatever circumstance you find yourself in today or the day that you're watching this, how many instances have you really pieced together that right here, right now, I am interacting with another spirit, I'm interacting with another soul, I'm having a connection to the divine. This is divinely guided. What a blessing it is to experience this right now, to enjoy this. Like on the day that I'm filming this, it's absolutely gorgeous outside. I'm going out later, but I haven't really enjoyed it yet. I went outside briefly, but it's so beautiful, and I sat in the sunlight on my balcony for a few moments, and I just reveled in my gratitude for such a gorgeous morning, right? So I think that, you know, Spirit's bringing that to me of it's not just in the big moments where we have these downloads from Spirit in prayer or meditation, or when we go see a shaman, when we get a tarot reading, when we have some grand epiphany in our temples, in our churches, whatever it is. It's also in the everyday experiences, and keeping that momentum. So right now I see this, you know, I was doing a lot of right before I turned on the camera, I was doing a lot of fussing with the camera, and this kind of is just like things coming into focus, right? Apertures, and Spirit is showing me kind of camera imagery here. But it's not just maintaining consciousness now, it's like they're talking about maintaining focus, almost as if you're onto something. Water signs, you're onto something. Something is brewing under the surface. Something is, you're about to have some kind of breakthrough, epiphany, that is related to your hyper awareness of your divinity, of the divinity around you and in all things. And part of that, it comes with an understanding of the shadow, of the darkness. Thank you, Spirit, of the negative space and the positive space. This really is focused on your inner vision, which makes me think of Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder had an album, amazing album, called Inner Visions. Now they're kind of bringing up, you know, there's this like urban myth, or urban legend, urban myth, I don't know how you would describe it, where people that know Stevie Wonder personally or have had personal interactions with him, they say that he's not blind. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? And you know, you just wish this person well because he's contributed so much to society and music and his creativity. His genius is genius, whether he's blind or not blind. But I've seen several interviews where people talk about this, so I don't know why they're bringing that. Maybe you resonate with Stevie Wonder, maybe you resonate with that album. I certainly do. One song in particular that's coming to my mind off of that album is, it's either all is fair in love or all in love is fair. In the song, he says all is fair in love. Wait. Well, he says both lines. To me, I think it reminds me of the story of Romeo and Juliet. Definitely. I highly recommend that you listen to that song. I think Spirit, because they're playing it in my head. All is fair in love, all in love is fair. Pardon me if I don't remember the exact title, but Spirit's playing it in my head. They want you to listen to it. There's something about talking about blindness, about not being able to see, and then being able to see everything. This concept of the veil being lifted. Right? That's what they say when people have their spiritual awakenings. The veil's been lifted. You're not going to see the world in the same way that you did before. It's not going to ever look the same ever again. Right? Which of course makes you think of the Matrix, and if you could go back, would you really want to? If you could go back to that place of ignorance, you know, forgive the word, but that's the word that's coming to me, of not seeing things clearly. So it's a beautiful energy, maintaining consciousness, which is to suggest that you are every once in a while accessing. It's almost like you're accessing Spirit at different points, and they're asking you to try and maintain the integrity of it. And by integrity, I mean like the sustainability of that connection with your spirit guides, with your higher self. Can you challenge yourself to maintain that connection throughout every mode of life that you find yourself in? So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, get this reading going. And at the end, a card of advice from Spirit. Yes, thank you, Spirit. So water signs, Page of Pentacles to start out the tarot. Page of Pentacles in the upright talks about this beginner's mind energy where it's youthful. It's youthful in terms of the maturity, the development. We are just starting out. We want to try something new, open up a new door for ourselves, asking, thank you, Spirit, asking questions. But you did get this card in reverse, which suggests to me that there's been some hesitation on your part to try something new. I know that I've experienced this recently. You know, it's been a while just as an example, it's been a while since I've like really kind of put myself out there like on the dating scene. Why? Because I've spent the last 5 years working on my spiritual awakening, working on myself, my up-leveling, my career, this channel, this practice of channeling and connecting with spirit. So I haven't really given it the go that I would have before, right? So there's some hesitation. So that's just an example. Maybe for you, it's moving to a new job, a new town, starting a new class. Maybe for you, it's dating. Maybe for you, it's just kind of just stepping into a phase of life that's you're curious about, and there's a little bit of trepidation. I wouldn't even say it's fear, just a little hesitancy. Everything's little about the pages, right? It's just a little bit of, it's almost like the door is open, but you just need your friend to kind of just like, come on, go. Let's go. Come on, we're gonna go. I'll go with you. Let's go. Just, you need a little bit of courage. Not liquid courage, Spirit wanted me to clarify. Not liquid courage. We're not talking about that. Just leaning on friends for encouragement. And whatever came to your mind when I first started talking about, oh, we want to try something new, that's exactly what it is. Whatever came to your mind for you, your unique circumstances, that's exactly what it is. So if it's that class, if it's that project, that could be something really benign, like picking up that book off the nightstand that you bought 3 months ago and you haven't started reading yet. Just pick it up. Read the first page. You want to put it back down again? That's fine. Next night, read the second page. Because they're encouraging this. They're encouraging it. With the Two of Wands coming out next, yeah, there's a little bit of back and forth, a little indecision. I mean, maybe there's a little hesitancy because there's so much we could focus on and dig into that we feel overwhelmed. I don't see the Seven of Cups here, but I feel the energy of the Seven of Cups, of having choices and being confused by those choices. This is, the wand suit is, so Pentacles is earth energy, the earth element, the earthly realm, and the wands is fire energy, this initiative, creativity, that spark that makes you want to get up and go. Although in this card, we're not getting up and we're not going anywhere. We're contemplating. We know we need to move. We know that it's not really in our best interest to stay stagnant. I was going to use the word healthy. It's not healthy, but Spirit said that's not quite it. I want to express it because that's what came to me, but Spirit said that's not quite it. It's not a matter of you being unhealthy with this particular matter. It's just about you don't feel as confident as you normally would to start something. That in the end, I think whatever direction you choose, you know it will be good for you. Because you'll be on the other side of the mystery. Like whatever fear, trepidation you may have, it's anxiety around something that hasn't happened yet. But once it happens, then you're like, oh, well, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I feared. In fact, it's not bad at all. It's great. And I did something this past week. You know, I asked somebody to have lunch with me that I've never had lunch with before. And I was trepidatious about it just because I was like, oh, I wonder how the conversation's going to go. And it was fantastic. But I kind of stressed out about it for a couple days. Like, oh, you know, I hope they enjoy themselves. But like, we totally enjoyed ourselves. So now it's like the next time that opportunity comes around, I won't hesitate. I gave myself some information that I didn't have before. And so I feel as though water signs, you're kind of at this point where you have the whole world to contend with. You could do anything. What is it? What is it that we're going to do? I mean, it's further clarified by the Eight of Swords here. Trapped and bound in anxiety. And we want to take note here that this, what I can only surmise is an archangel, the divine in you. The cage is open. We're free to go. We're free to extricate ourselves from this place of worry and, you know, possible, like, see these rivers coming out of here? It's a swords card, which is air energy, the thinking mind, overthinking, too many thoughts. But there's this tinge of feelings here. Our thoughts are wrapped up with our feelings. What if we're disappointed? Our expectations may be too high. What if we're let down? You know, that's always a possibility in life. If people are fallible, we're fallible, we could be let down. But again, not going to really know until you step out of this anxious place. In a sense, this place that you're putting yourself. It's like you're giving yourself a stomach ache because you're worrying. To end your reading, Spirit's advice, what are you worrying about? Number 4, the major arcana, the Emperor. This is Aries energy, divine masculine, has the power of all 4 kings of the tarot, although represented by the divine feminine in this depiction. This deck has 2 depictions of these big energy cards. The Emperor, CEO, boss energy, all the resources, earthly resources at your disposal to manifest, to make things happen, to move and shake, to lead teams, to be a leader in general, to maneuver. This is no joke energy. It's very, very, yeah, so you can see it's larger than life. This is how Spirit sees you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Come on. You're larger than life. You're absolutely owning it. I don't use kind of colloquial phrases of like younger people. At least I don't tend to. But I especially hate the one that says, oh, it just hits different. I hate that phrase, and I hear it a lot. I can't stand it. But you're owning it. You're really not understanding, 1, how powerful you are, and 2, how big your influence is. You know, I was thinking, oh, you know, and to a certain extent, we want to be humble, but this person I asked out to lunch was just like, oh, I hope they enjoy lunch with me, where in an Emperor mindset, she's like, oh, I hope I enjoy lunch with them. I hope that they're interesting and entertaining and intelligent in their conversation, because I know that I am, right? It's not necessarily about arrogance with the Emperor, it's just about self-confidence. And so this is Spirit's advice. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget how large your reach is. So that's your reading, water signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, water signs. Fire signs, welcome to your reading. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What messages do you have for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius from the Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living Oracle deck? This is for the fire signs. Okay. Number 31, which reduces to a 4, the Emperor energy in Major Arcana. Aries, you showed up in your own reading, and words are dream incubation. Look at that card. Dream incubation. Well, one, I mean, it's upside down. This character's kind of floating in its own little box, its own little space. I think that, well, the word incubation is kind of like we're keeping something. It's like a little chicken, right? Little chick inside the egg. We're incubating the egg. We're keeping it warm so that when the chick is ready to hatch, it's been taken care of, it's been nurtured, it's been held safe. So Spirit's kind of telling me that there's been something on the back burner that you have been keeping low, keeping quiet. Could be a dream or a project that is kind of been stewing, right, on that back burner. There's this sense, right, that it hasn't come to its fullest fruition yet. Because that's how I interpret this character being in the reverse. It's like things feel a little topsy-turvy. You can see here the color is down here and the black and white is up here. It's almost like it's a knob and it has to into place when everything, it's like the puzzle pieces need to fit properly. It's not talking about conformity. It's less about conformity to societal standards, but more about you yourself, fire signs, wanting something to be right, to be in alignment before you showcase it or allow it to enter the scene of the public arena, the arena of public opinion, Spirit just said. The arena of public opinion. This could be some kind of social media launch or, business launch. I'm not sure. But you're not, and, fire signs, I know that you're very go-getters. I mean, that's the whole underlying tenet of your element, is that you're the go-getters, you're the trailblazers, you're the leaders, you're the front runners. You make your mark, you do it in kind of a big and flashy way. And I hope that you find that bird song pleasant. I do have the window open a crack because it's very hot in here. But in this particular instance, you need more time. You need more time to consider all of the constituent elements that are influencing this project, this endeavor, this situation. Could be a relationship, right? Maybe you're friends with somebody and you're not ready to take it to the next level because you see the potential. You want it. It's been your dream to have somebody like this in your life, and yet it's not quite in alignment. And so you're not really going to move on it until it makes sense. Sitting in the Emperor energy, right? The 31 reducing to a 4. We think about the Emperor energy as someone in control, someone who has all their ducks in a row, who has the financial resources, all the resources, the intelligence in order to make smart moves. So there's nothing to worry about. But Spirit is almost reinforcing the incubation period. Just let it stew, let it simmer, let it be a patient process, because now they're showing me the Sagittarius energy, the Temperance card. And here, the emergency response vehicles, which always means like perk up your ears, fire signs. It's important. Patience. There's purpose in pause. There's purpose in pause. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread to see what this card is all about. And yeah, okay, right off the bat, we got the Hanged Man. Getting perspective. Let me pull out the rest of the cards. 3 cards for the base spread, and then I'm going to pull out 1 for advice from Spirit. Okay. The Hanged Man, number 12 of the major arcana. That's Virgo energy. And also Pisces. Virgo and Pisces represented in this major arcana card. Just a reminder, major arcana cards are the first 22 cards of a standard tarot deck. They represent the archetypes of human experience. This experience is one where we feel we're in a pause, but more a pause of our own choosing, our own making. It's a card of sacrifice. We're purposefully putting ourselves in the tree of knowledge. We purposefully want to gain a higher perspective. We're too close. We're just too close to a situation. And I will point out, isn't this amazing? 2 characters upside down. When the card is right side up. Both these cards are right side up, but the characters are upside down, right? There's no no coincidences. We are in this space of contemplation. We want more information. We want to take a time out. We feel that all will be revealed. You see here, there's a zipper here. It's the sky behind, but it's also her dress. Things will come into alignment. All will be revealed when it needs to be. And I feel as though you have trust in that. It makes sense to you. You have trust in that. You know you have a good idea. That's first things first. Whatever this is, an idea, an interaction with somebody, a new, prospect for a new job or a new house, a new town, whatever. You know that you're onto something. It's worth exploring. It's worth continuing to explore and develop. It's just that the grand reveal is in stasis at the moment. We're just in a place of pause. The next card out you have is the 4 of Cups in the reverse. 4 of Cups in the upright talks about not being able to yet see. I mean, when the card is in the upright, this is somebody who can't see the bigger picture. They can't see all of the good things happening. They see 3 cups on the ground, and that's all they're staring at. They don't realize there's a 4th cup of love, of possibility that Spirit is bringing for them. This goose here, it's holding the umbrella over this character. It's like Spirit holding the umbrella over you. But when the card is in reverse, it says to me that you're embracing the cup. You've maybe through this process, as you've stood further away from your situation, you see how beautiful, 1, the situation itself is, and 2, how Spirit has blessed you. The universe has blessed you in whatever way, and you're acknowledging that. You're showing gratitude to that, right? This card in the upright is it's kind of apathetic, kind of ho-hum, boredom. There's no passion to it in the upright. But in the reverse, it's like we're kind of getting out of our own way. I was going to say getting out of our own head, but Spirit said way. Get out of your own way. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clarifier. I want to know what was in the cup. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Wow. That's crazy. Because the 4th cup in this scenario is the Ace of Cups. There are no accidents, I'm telling you. You did get the card in reverse, though. So I think it's still being revealed to you. It's like, you know you have the cup, but it's like what will come of it is still being unmasked, unearthed, revealed. There's lots of butterflies here, so it kind of reminds me of that cocoon energy. You know, are you that cocoon, that kind of caterpillar inside the cocoon? And it's like, it's, again, we're talking about incubation, right? Spirit gave that to me. The sense that you yourself are the butterfly, you yourself are the thing that's, it's like Spirit, the cup that Spirit is giving you isn't an actual physical thing. It's just a change in the narrative inside of your head about who you are and what you're capable of, and how you feel about yourself. It's almost like, because I see so much yellow here, which is like solar plexus chakra, confidence, inner confidence. I think you're still getting used to it though. The card did come out in reverse. It's like, it's hard to, sometimes it's hard to accept that we're worth it, that we are valued, that we are loved, that we are held. Sometimes it's hard to accept. You're moving away though from things that do not serve you. Six of Swords, to close your base spread. Six of Swords talks about moving away from a chaotic situation to a calm one. It's, you see, I hear that engine roaring by, and it's like, get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure in whatever comes my way. Kind of understanding, right, that wishes are coming true. That star there, pulling up your anchor, no longer interested in being stagnant if you have been. And, you know, if there's been some kind of dark cloud, because her dress is like a cloud, if there's been some kind of dark cloud hovering over you, I don't think it's gonna, I think it's dissipating. It's not gonna be there for much longer, right? Because it's almost like your inner light is gonna blight it out. But I do see movement. It's slow. Everything about this energy that you have today, fire signs, is slow, and that could be irritating you. Fire signs don't like to be slow. They don't like other people to be slow either, but it's almost like sometimes we have to allow nature to take its course, right? Allow the wind to carry you. Advice from Spirit, another 6. You got 6, 6 here. Take that as a synchronicity. If you see 6, 6 out in life, thank you, Spirit. I dare say you will. 6 of Wands. This is Spirit's advice to you. 6 of Wands card is about victory, but it's all about, also about public recognition, accolades, awards. So we started this reading about being on the down low, dream incubation, keeping things cool and on the back burner, and Spirit is saying your time will come. You'll know when you're supposed to have that grand reveal, and when you do, you're going to be celebrated. So that's your reading, fire signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, fire signs. Hi, earth signs. This reading is for you. I hope that everyone is doing well. Going to get one card from the Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living Oracle for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Taurus? Thank you. Virgo and Capricorn. Number 11, which corresponds to the Justice card in the Major Arcana. That's Libra energy, talking all about Karmic balance, karmic justice, perhaps some legalities, contracts, some kind of official communication. But the words are sleep on it. Interesting, earth signs, sleep on it. And I love these cards. I love these kind of surreal cards. They really get the creativity going, and Spirit has a lot to work with here. One, I see obviously this huge pyramid in the middle, right in the middle of the image. It's kind of talking about this funneling or channeling of energy, just like with the pyramids in Egypt. It's like this electromagnetic energy being kind of concentrated upwards, which also makes me think, sleep on it makes me think of then astral projection, not just dreams, but going one step beyond. Could be difficult for earth sign, but I know earth signs that can do this. So if you are astral projecting, your spirit is leaving your body to go explore the world, the universe, connecting to other people, other entities. I see this as perhaps, like, they look like crystals, but they also remind me of starseed families, so that you could really resonate with that. To another extent, sleep on it just means that, like, you're too close to a situation and you're not in the right headspace to make a crucial decision at this time. And Spirit is suggesting that the answers that you seek will come to you in the dream state. There are certain techniques that people use to try and help themselves and their spirit guides get you those answers, which is right before you go to bed, kind of go into a space of contemplation, meditation, and ask your spirit guides directly. Tell them what your problem is and ask them for a solution in your dreams. Just ask them directly. That's a technique that people use. We can see here this character is standing in the water, but that there are two kind of paths splitting out. It makes me think of Two of Wands card. Well, I'm thinking of a lot of cards with this imagery. I'm thinking of the moon, Two of Wands. Two of Wands talks about being at a choice point between two options and two paths that we could walk. So you could be in this, I mean, I definitely think you're in this stuck place right now. But Spirit's also, with the water, they're reinforcing, like, you have to really dig deep for an earth sign. It's like allow the more practical, rational sides of you to melt away just for a moment, and allow the etherical, emotional bandwidth to take center stage. What is it that you feel in your heart of hearts that you want to do? So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, and at the end, a card of advice from Spirit. Okay. One more card of advice from Spirit. Okay. Start with the Queen of Swords. This is air energy. The air element talks about just the thinking mind, how we analyze things, how we take in information, how we communicate information, how we look at facts and figures. By the time we get to the Queen, because it's Ace to 10, Page, Knight, Queen, King in all the suits. By the time we get to the Queen, she's been through it. She's had a lifetime of experiences, some phenomenal, some heartbreaking. She enters into this scene for you with a lot of wisdom under her belt. She's a truth teller and a truth seeker. When the Queen of Swords is in reverse, for me as a reader, that represents not wanting to see something. It's a little bit of avoidance. Like, I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to think about it. And you don't really mess with the Queen of Swords. She's got a little bit of a, she can have a little bit of an attitude, quite frankly. Like, stop pretending like you can lecture me. I knew the answers before you were even born. It's like energy like that that's coming through. Feels defensive. Earth signs, I gotta admit, it feels kind of defensive. I will kind of say, you might want to, this sleep on it advice is coming through, because there could be some people that are just trying to help. And if you're in this defensive place, one, they're not going to understand it. And it's not always about the other person, but if there are people in your life that really love you and care about you and want the best for you, and you know that, and they try to tell you something, and you're just like, I don't even want to hear this. Like, what do you know? It's a little arrogant. Now, I don't know if this is for everybody, or maybe this is a situation you're dealing with. You will know which side you fall on. But no one ever really got very far being defensive with somebody that loves them. And I've experienced this, right? I've been crazy defensive with people because I was not able to articulate things properly. So just putting that energy out there, because that's what I feel very strongly. Very strongly. I'm going to ask Spirit, what are we defensive about? Ace of Wands in reverse. Not getting the new beginning that we were hoping for. Something else feels like it grew in its place and now is weighing us down. Instead of looking at something like a beautiful flower, you look at it like a weed. Ace of Wands. Aces always bring new from Spirit. They're beautiful energies. Brand new opportunities. This one is creativity, inspiration, motivation, inertia. It's in the reverse. You're angry about, or holding a little bit of a grudge. Maybe you're not angry. Maybe you don't even realize it. Holding a little bit of a grudge, like against life for something. But the truth is coming at you whether you like it or not. If you're not willing to hear it from this person, you are going to hear it from Spirit. Another ace, Ace of Swords. Truth, epiphany. See this key unlocking everything in the mind. Soon it will all make sense. Maybe it will happen in your sleep. If you're not going to believe another human being, are you going to believe your spirit guides, the divine? I don't necessarily know if they're giving you any choice. The truth will out, they just said. And remember, we have an 11 here, the Justice card. The truth will out. Karma will be what it will be. And I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. I just think that maybe it's like you are anticipating some truth that not, some information that actually hasn't come to fruition yet. So then you got to be careful, because it's like, are you inadvertently manifesting it? Like maybe there's a fear you have related to an important topic in your life, and you're preempting the disappointment by saying, I don't even want to hear about this anymore, because it scares you. And then when you actually find out what it is, it's like, oh, that was really actually illuminating. I didn't know that, but I'm glad that I do know. What does this have to do with Spirit? What is this epiphany? What is this breakthrough? Seven of Pentacles. To clarify, Seven of Pentacles is when we ask ourselves if a situation was worth it. It's not saying that it was or it wasn't. It's just clarifying, I think, this confusion that you have been having, where you invested so much of your time, your resources, your heart, your soul, whatever. You invested something deeply into a process, and it comes to grow, and then you're looking at it and you're saying, was it worth it? Was it worth it this whole time that I've spent growing this tree only to get whatever has popped out here? Now, it's not saying that it is or it isn't. Thank you, Spirit. But it's telling me that you're going to have the clarity on it. I mean, I see this one here. Knight of Wands. Now we're cooking. Now we're moving. Passionate, fiery, roaring, and ready to go. This comes after this Ace of Swords, right? So it's almost like Spirit is saying it would be in your best interest to embrace the information, whatever it may be, because then it's going to be able to cause you to jump through rings of fire, to do the impossible. Now I'm hearing it's like somebody on a speaker system or through like a megaphone. Here come the earth signs, doing the impossible, like at a circus, right? Look at what you're accomplishing now. Now that you know what's really at stake. It almost empowers you. It empowers you to take these great leaps. Spirit's advice, Ten of Wands. Release the burden. And this is a particularly beautiful rendition of the Ten of Wands, because it's flowers. Who would be upset by being burdened by flowers? And yet everything can be a burden if our backs can't take it anymore. It's almost like Spirit is saying to me, it's like, when do we give flowers, right? We give flowers as a type of thanks, a celebrating of a holiday or a birthday, in a process of grieving, in a state of congratulations. We always give flowers. But I almost feel like these are your flowers that you've carried this whole time. And Spirit is asking you to take it off your back one by one by one. But even in the process of releasing it, you're like giving gratitude to the divine, to your higher self, your higher aspect. With each flower, you say, thank you for that experience. It made me a more intelligent person. Thank you for that experience. It made me more compassionate and empathetic. Thank you for that experience. I'm a more loving person, and I'm loving more now than I ever thought I could. Thank you for the experience. I understand what it's like to struggle, and I know how to do better next time. This is what Spirit is giving to me. So that's your reading, Earth signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Earth signs. Hi, air signs. I hope that everyone is doing well. I'm going to be pulling the card for your overall energy from the Lucid Dreaming, Lucid Living Oracle deck. This is for the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What messages do you have for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, please? Spirit. One card for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Thank you. Number 3, which corresponds to the Empress card in the Major Arcana. My favorite card in any tarot deck. Empress talks about the divine feminine. She carries the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. when we're in our Empress energy, we are master attractors. Everything comes to us because we know how to work with all of our resources. We know how to employ all of our best attributes. Your card is levels of lucidity. Levels of lucidity. I mean, I can't think of anything more perfect for an air sign. Oh, I'm fascinated by the phases of the moon here, right? Crescent moon and then these eclipses. Well, it's all eclipse energy. It's like almost eclipse, totality, and then we're coming back out of it again, right? And this energy here, you know what this reminds me of? So I'm a Reiki master, and as part of the practice for channeling Reiki to the self, there's something called like a Reiki bath, an energetic bath, and you kind of do your prayers and you set your intentions and you kind of call upon the energies and you channel the energies. And one of the movements is holding your hands above your head like this, like all the way up, and then allowing the energy to wash over you like a shower, right? So I feel that very strongly. I don't know if you are into Reiki or you're considering getting a Reiki, having a Reiki session. Highly recommend it for anyone, right? It's not invasive. It's very intimate though, in a way. And like the Reiki sessions that I've had have never been in person. I've had, I think, 4 or 5 Reiki sessions with different masters. They've all been long distance Reiki, all of them. And it's very powerful. You feel like the person's in the room with you, but they're not in the room with you. It's real. I can vouch for it. But at least I can vouch for it. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you to determine whether or not it's real, but sending this beautiful energy, but it's like you yourself are channeling it in from spirit, right? Things are becoming lucid, clear. There's something, the fact that it's the number 3 card, but then there are all these 3 portals, these openings, these doorways to different modes of experience. I do think that they have to do with the watery realm, the psychic realm, the emotional psychic realm. Maybe you've been kind of pondering that, considering it lately in your states of meditation, or you're kind of educating yourself on, I don't know, Spirit just said like hermetic principles. You could have been reading what the laws are, right? The law of correspondence. I don't remember what all the laws are, I'll be honest with you. It's been a while. But that's where we get the as above, so below concept, right? What we think in our mind, we can have in our reality. We create our reality. Spirit is showing me that you are diving deep, but I see a lot of books. You're doing research, but on topics that are esoteric. You're interested in the esoteric, but you're not just interested, you're learning. So I don't know if you are practitioners yourselves, or you want to become one, you want to learn more about it. It starts with kind of asking yourself why. Why now? Why am I having these spiritual inclinations now? And what does it mean that strange synchronicities are happening to me? Or I find myself hearing things in my head that I didn't used to before, or I'm seeing signs and synchronicities that are just beyond explanation. And so then start to read about it, educate yourself, right? You're always, air signs, you're always going to be in this place where you're educating yourself, gathering up all the information, coming to your own conclusions. It's really important for you. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread to get some further information here, and then at the end I will pull a card of advice from Spirit. Card of advice from Spirit. Ah, beautiful. Oh, I just have to show you. Remember I said I saw books? Spirit does not make mistakes when I pull cards. Thank you, Spirit. All right, that's a preview. Let's get through the general reading first. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Amazing. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Who else got this? I just filmed it like 10-15 minutes ago and I already forgot who got it. Was it the earth signs? I think it was the fire signs. It doesn't matter. 4 of Cups in the upright. Cups cards are water sign energy, the water element. 4 of Cups talks about a little bit of boredom, a little bit of apathy, ho-hum energy. Here we are, we're getting rained on. We might be a little slightly, ever so slightly depressed, or just, when is it going to be my time, my turn, my chance, etc. Not realizing that here Spirit is in the form of this goose, that Spirit is protecting you. They may have you in a little bit of a holding pattern with this card, but they're holding the umbrella over you while you wait. They're protecting you from something that, you know, you might not be privy to. However, when the card is in reverse, it's like us accepting the help, us accepting, turning around and seeing Spirit guiding us, carrying us, offering to us the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups being this brand new opportunity in love and friendship and something that speaks to the heart space. It's really beautiful. I'm going to ask for a clarifier. What is Spirit bringing in? Thank you. Wow, could be love, Knight of Cups. If it's not romantic love, it could be familial love, it could be reconciliation, it could be a new friend, a new counterpart or business partner in a project that you are so passionate about, right? They're playing this like heart lute. It's this idea that the vibration is matching. A song is beautiful. It's attractive. We're being attracted to it, but in a positive way. You know, the lotus flower here representing peacefulness, serenity. Serenity now. It's beautiful. Spirits, this is what Spirit is bringing in. That's what I asked for the clarifier. That's gorgeous. Right, but then there's some part of you. Number 8 in the major arcana, the Strength card, Leo energy. I don't know why. Strength card can talk about kind of mastering the ego that keeps us. Sometimes healthy ego is good because it keeps us confident, it keeps us moving, keeps a healthy sense of self. But an overactive ego keeps us in fear, makes us doubt ourselves, makes us overcompensate. It's not a good look. And for some reason, when I saw this card, I'm like, oh, here's what Spirit's bringing into you, air signs. There's just like a part of you that feels like you have to hold back with the Strength card. Like, oh, that's too good to be true. Like you're suspect. That's a very suspect circumstance. I feel a little cynicism coming out. I don't know why. That's just what's coming out. I don't know what song this is from, but I hear a voice singing, "We've been here before." What song is that from? I can't bring it forward, but there's a song that I listen to often, I feel like. we've been here before. That's the most important part. There's this sense of you that's, I think, bringing up something from the past, and you're trying to rally against the fear that you feel about something repeating. So I don't know if you're just, you know, let's say if this is like a relationship scenario, this person is wonderful, they vibrate at the same frequency that you do, a lot of the things align with each other, but you're thinking about your past relationships and how they didn't work out, and you're asking yourself, is it really feasible for me? Can it really be for me? I don't know what's behind door number 1, 2, and 3. It feels beautiful, but also really scary. The King of Cups here. Scorpio energy. You got lots of, for air sign, you got 3 cups cards. There are only 5 cards on the table. 3 of them are cups. Lots of, you know, and this card too. Lots of feelings you're feeling right now. You're all in your feelings. King of Cups is Scorpio energy, and it talks about this, a person who is mature when it comes to their emotions. They're very loving. They're very generous with their heart to a certain extent. They may not express it all on the surface, but they express it through their action. But I will have you note that you can see the sharks in the water right where the solar plexus chakra is. Sharks in the water, beware. There's potential here for us to get hurt. There's potential for us to get disappointed, because now we have expectation. We want to set out to sea so bad. We want our ships to take sail, right? Set sail, excuse me. And now there's that term, I don't know, from when I was younger, I don't know if people use that term anymore when they ship people. I don't know where that emanated from, but like when you used to ship fictitious characters like Edward and Bella or Edward and Jacob, who do you ship? Okay. Now it's kind of like looking at this scenario of somebody coming into your life and wanting to ship with that person. I don't even know if I'm using that expression right, but that's how it wants to come through. It's like you want to set sail towards something beautiful, but it's almost like you're having to draw so deep within your inner core and your inner resources, because the fear has taken hold. What is this fear about that I'm picking up on? King of Pentacles. Was there, look at all the yellow, right? King of Pentacles, represented by Divine Feminine here in this depiction. The King of Pentacles is, well, I mean, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, these are equals in a certain extent. Yes, this is 2 different elements, but I think, okay, Spirit just said it's like you've met your match. You've met your match. But it's like you're from 2 different worlds. Because this is the world of the water and this is the world of the earth. And you're like the world of the sky, the air. How do you reconcile this? It's up to you, right? Now I understand this card, Page of Swords. Page of Swords, well, one, in the beginning I was talking about you're educating yourself. I see a lot of books. Here's the card with all the books, right? He's got his cap and gown on. He's a scholar, educating himself. Pages are new energy, just starting out, curious about the world. But the kind of second meaning of the Page of Swords, not that it only has two, but another meaning, prominent meaning of the Page of Swords is the little spy energy. The little spy. This is Spirit's advice. It's not saying, okay, spy on this other person. It's not about that. It's learn more. You don't know what's behind the door. You can't really tell. So reach out, learn more, ask questions. Make an effort to immerse yourself. It really, truly might be worth it. Even if this is like a friend scenario, like these are equals, they're both kings. You've both been through life experiences, upsets and defeats and successes and accolades. You're both abundant. You both have deep feelings, sense of generosity, a sense of leadership. Thank you, Spirit. Learn more. So that's your reading, air signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you.